Hey team, Leo here. A little more accounting tutorial. This is really bookkeeping. We just want to get all of our purchases into QuickBooks. We should never have purchases that are taking place without something getting recorded into QuickBooks. Most of our purchases are for our members, so we need to make sure that we're recording those properly, tying them to the correct member as billable, and then also setting the correct markup for those items. So we do a lot of ordering from Amazon, so I'm just going to show you an example of Amazon order. Let's go over here and say we're looking at this order, and really we would want a lot of this information in the M Help Desk, but whoever's doing the purchasing right now can just look at this and say, okay, this SR number, because we don't know who this member is just by looking at this purchase, but we do need to record this purchase in QuickBooks. So now we need to go over and look this up. So I'm going to check this box right here to say that we're looking up by ticket information. Then I'm going to search for that ticket and see if I can find it. And it's going to come back and tell me this ticket. Okay, so now we know this is for Eleanor Brody, which is good. So we can put that purchase in for Eleanor. And here's the information. The information should be here, though. We don't want to lose order information over here. When we buy something for a member, or we're telling the member about buying something, it needs to be in this list of items with the order number and everything, because we don't want the person doing bookkeeping to have to sort through all of the notes over here to try to find an order ID or order number. Anyway, so that should be in here. All of this information about this order should be in here, and then attached to this as a file should be the order from Amazon. There it is. That's good. So it is in there, but we need to make sure we have clear information of what we ordered right here. So this information needs to be, this purchase needs to be recorded under Eleanor. So let's get this amount. The total was $23.99. Let's go over, and all we're going to do is create a purchase. So we want to create an expense, and we want to tie it to the member. So okay, so here we do Amazon. That's who we're buying it from. We're using the checking account. The date of purchase was, when did we buy this? No, December 11th. So we're going to go December 11th here, which was just yesterday. We use the debit card because that's the only thing we use right now. The reference number is this order number. So we put this order number in as the reference number, saying that we purchased it from Amazon. The account is cost of goods sold because we're buying something for someone. The description, you can put in something here. Let's just put in this thing right here. You could copy that and paste it in if you wanted to. That's probably too much information. Just put in TV mounting bracket, something like that. The amount is how much we paid for it, $23.99. So we do $23.99. It is billable, and because it's less than $100, we're doing $250. We're doing 25% markup. The client is Brody. There we go, Eleanor. And that's all we really need to do. You might want to put some info here in this memo about what project this is or something like that, but we could put the SR number there so that we can even track that further if we wanted to. So copy on that expense, put that over here, and we save that. So now that's saved as an expense, and when we create an invoice ultimately for Eleanor for this job that we've done, whenever this thing actually gets changed from open scheduled to ready for billing, all of the expenses should be in the system ready to be applied to an invoice. So we'll open it, we'll create an invoice eventually whenever that thing says ready for billing, and over at the side it'll pop up and say you have some expenses you need to add. We'll add those expenses, And then we will also add any time that it tells us, and we'll get that done. And then we'll submit that invoice to Eleanor, and she'll probably tell us to charge her card, which is cool, and then we'll get that done. All right, so that's the way you record an expense that we have. And we need to record all of the expenses we have. We have thousands of expenses that probably haven't been recorded into QuickBooks. So you guys need to be recording all of those expenses the right way. Amazon, make sure it's coming from the SunTrust account, debit card, the correct purchase date, the reference number is the order number from Amazon, cost of goods sold on everything, description that's human readable for the end user, the member. The amount is what we paid for it. Mark this up to be billable, and then we add the markup price and tax and client and all that jazz. So that's how you do that, and we need to get that done. Thanks.